The brief explanation of what I do, I build peer groups for small business owners. I could tell you more about how the journey of how they got started in the first place, but the very basic thing that I do is get other people who are mostly buying companies, but also some small business owners who have started from scratch to get together regularly on Zoom calls. What we're doing is virtual so far, and build camaraderie through storytelling, experience sharing, but also we focus a lot of time on like sharing experience to improve each other's companies, right? Best practices in one industry can be applied to another. Someone hiring a sales role, their 20th sales role as like a solar sales rep can actually be applied to someone who is in the towing industry who maybe that industry doesn't have a traditional sales role. So who's the towing guy going to talk to besides someone else who's already hired 20 other sales reps? So those are the type of synergies that can happen when you talk with other ambitious entrepreneurs, doing great things and trying to build companies. And I just make it really easy for people to meet and talk with each other. So there's the peer groups, and then I also throw events sort of all around the US now. Free, fun, local events, getting other people interested in ETA and small business ownership to meet together at local bars and breweries to, talk and have fun.
Yeah, no, I think it's a great idea too to get people together. I feel like a lot of times we get so busy and so kind of wrapped up in what we're doing. And I don't think I've ever gone to an event and like walked out being like, that was a super waste of time and I wish I didn't go. I feel like every time I go, I have a lot of energy. I feel really good. You meet a lot of people, and I'd say like 90% of the time, you're not even really talking about, searching or buying a business or anything like that. You're kind of just getting to know somebody, and it ends up kind of fueling you and keeping you on track for, being like, okay, now I feel better. I got another couple weeks, like energize your batteries.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's a difference between, I mean, you can absolutely have a conversation with someone, and the first question you ask them is, "What do you do?" And that could very well be a good conversation. The ones that are sort of a little bit more favorited for me is when you realize that you have some weird thing in common, right? And then you happen to also share like a professional interest as well. I met this guy recently, Rob Benson, and we're like interested in ETA. He does websites, and I'm like, that's cool. But the main thing that we've been talking about for like the last month is me and all these questions I have on living in an RV. And the reason that he's an expert on it is because he spent the last 6 years living in an RV with his family, traveling around the US. And we got connected because we're both on Twitter, and I had actually met his brother recently, and it those conversations I think are really fun when you have a fun hobby almost in common.